That is Zeus taking the form of a swan, and then he rapes her and they have a child.
At this museum, it was called Statens Museum for Kunst, SMK, and this is like the National Gallery of Denmark in Copenhagen. I really wanted to go here because I wanted to learn more about Scandinavian artists and how that kind of differs in that area of the world. They have a lot of work that connects to the environment and the places around them.
Why are you walking like you
I'm trying to get the this. Davis. It's not a picture. You're on video?
We're having so much fun at the Little Mermaid statue. She's a little bit smaller than I thought, but
yeah.
it's still really cool.
One of the first things we saw in Copenhagen was the Little Mermaid statue. From the front of the statue, it depicts her lower body with the separation of the two legs. And then from the side view, you can still see her fins.
Rosenborg was the place that I really advocated for on our free day because I love palaces and I was really excited because sometimes I think I'm a princess, so I was really excited and I really wanted to see what it was like, and it was so cool. They preserved basically everything that was in the palace to look exactly how it did. They had the thrones, the throne room. Everything was so intricate and so detailed, and it was all handmade, and it was really cool. And then you could go down to basically like the dungeon and see all of the like war equipment that they used at the time and the crown jewels, which were gorgeous, and someday I'll be wearing them.
One interesting aspect of the trip was the visible role of geopolitics throughout the different countries, with geopolitics being the study of politics as it relates to physical geography. In this case, it was proximity to Russia, especially in light of the Russia-Ukraine war. There was also a visible signs of Ukraine support through Ukrainian flags hanging next to all the Nordic flags in almost all the countries, and this especially increased as you got further east towards Russia in Finland and Estonia.
In my opinion, the most memorable part of our tour of Helsinki was the library. The first thing that stuck out to me was the exterior architecture, which was very modern. Inside the library, there was an entire floor dedicated to things like 3D printers and recording studios and things of that nature. I just thought that it was really interesting how those things were available for the public to use.
City Hall was the first place we went to in Stockholm. One thing I thought was really cool was how they host the Nobel Award ceremony there. Whenever the guests walk downstairs for the Nobel Prize Awards, there's a star that you're supposed to look at that's supposed to give you good posture as you're walking down for the ceremony. Overall, it was designed really cool.
Okay, shot. Look at this shot.
All of the Scandinavian capitals had really good pastries too. Like all of the croissants were really high quality. And then our tour guide Senya recommended that we try princess cake, which is like angel food with raspberry filling.
This is princess cake. It's popular here. I guess you eat it when you're doing pita, which is like
gossiping while eating and like trying a drink. I already had a bite, but it's really good. Ethan, what did you get?
Well, I got a croissant. It's like falling apart, but it's really good. And I got a hot chocolate. And the glass is really hot. I'm not sure it's made for hot chocolate, but it's really good.
While we were in Stockholm, we went this really popular candy store that sells Swedish candy, which has been blowing up on the internet lately.
For Swedish candy. These are really good. They're like hot. They're like bubblegum flavor, but they're kind of sour.
Greta, what do you like? What did you get?
I got a lot of different things. I got these little, I just ate one. It's like a chocolate covered strawberry marshmallow. It's actually really good.
I love. What did you try? That salt one looked interesting. Can you explain?
This
Yes.
was really bad.
Oh, why is it on the thing?
It was really bad.
Did you get just one? Or did you get multiple?
I got multiple. I'm just not gonna eat them. This is
What does it taste like? Salt or
pineapple.
something? No, that one.
This tastes like salt. Pineapple. I'm gonna try these. This is really good.
Whenever we went to Grana, a small town in Sweden that's actually known for being the birthplace of striped candy, which is similar to like candy canes. And we got to watch a lesson on them. I took a bunch of candies home and I really loved the raspberry flavor of the hard candies. And I also really liked the strawberry lemonade of the long striped sticks that were really good. And they gave us free samples of the pear flavor, which was also really good. And I know a lot of people liked the striped candy there.
I just got a regular hot dog with regular sausage and all the toppings, which includes mustard, ketchup, some green sauce, and onion. And Greta got some weird sausage. Ask her.
It's called It's called a hapsdog. So what they do is it's like a roll and they stick the hot dog in it like that and they put sauce in the hole.
Okay.
She demonstrated
How would you eat it?
Yeah,
How would you eat it?
Unfortunately.
Delish.
She liked it a lot, I think.
McCracken got 2. Oh.
Double fisting. Get the burgers.
Oh.
Going into this trip, I knew fashion was essential. These are basically the most fashionable cities in the world. There's a lot of pressure. I started my Pinterest board about 1.5 years ago. I was ready, I was prepared. I took a lot of inspo from Matilda Durr. She is the Swedish icon. I knew I wanted a lot of basic pieces that I could mix and match.
In Scandinavia, I would say I learned a lot about layering over there because it was like a lot colder than I thought it was gonna be. And so what I would do is I would have these like leggings and these like undershirts that were like really tight to your body, and it keeps your warmth inside of you. And then you layer that with a shirt and a sweater and a jacket. So there's a lot of layering. I don't know, I feel like it's the same as my style would be over here. I wasn't really inspired by anyone but myself.
So the ferry was really fun. The music everyone was listening to on there was very different from the music we listened to. It was lots of Scandinavian and Finnish EDM songs almost. Even though we didn't know all the words or exactly what each other was saying, we all still danced and sang and had a really good time together, even though we couldn't understand and there was quite a big language barrier.